And are you ready to have a little bit of fun?
Yeah!
I said, are you ready to have a little bit of fun? Fabulous. So, if you recall, virtually every single presenter that we saw this week talked to us about mindset, didn't they? Yeah. They said, it's critical. This will not work if you don't have the perfect mindset. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Right. And they said that in order to make this work, you have to do whatever it takes. Yes?
Yes.
So, what exactly, though, does that mean? It's a little bit, I don't know, to me it's a little bit ambivalent. Someone says, just do whatever it takes. Like, I don't know what that means. Give it everything that I have. So what is the it? So here's a question. I want everyone, just don't say it out loud, but think of one reason that you might not succeed. Don't say it out loud. I'll give you one or two reasons. Does everyone have them? Okay, I want you to think. Now, those reasons that you just came up with, who gave them to you? Was it your neighbor? Was it someone back in the core team? No, right. It was, guess what? It's the same mind that you're going to take home and say, hey, mind, we have a week's worth of information. Let's go become a millionaire. Right?
Right.
It's like a problem with that. Yes or yes? Yes. Who also has heard the saying that we are our own worst enemy?
Yes.
Right? Who finds that sometimes they are their own worst enemy? Anyone? So let's be logical here. Would you leave this room and go out and search out your own worst enemy and make them chief financial officer and CEO of your company and say, here, make millions for me? Sound like a good idea?
I don't think so.
Right, okay, so you can see that there's a slight issue there. So would it be okay if I tell you a little bit about my story?
Yes.
Yes. So, who of you has had a dream when you were little? Just a dream. And you were told that you could do anything because if you put your mind to it, it's possible. Who's had their dream just shattered and pulled out from them at some point who, to this day, just hasn't quite gotten where they thought they would? I know you're heading to go to outer space. Dave, you said we're going to outer space. Literally.
Did you sign up?
Yes.
Really?
So I started out, I was probably the most optimistic person you've ever seen. I went to the best schools. I went to a wonderful prep school. I went to Georgetown University. I was set. And I did not care that Socrates and Plato had tried to conquer this issue. I was going to do it. I was single-handedly going to find the solution to happiness and was going to share it with everybody. Yeah. Didn't quite work. Life had a few other plans for me. Even though my classmates said that the movie Legally Blonde, has anyone seen the movie Legally Blonde? Was modeled after me. Thank you. Although I did not have a dog in school, I promise. I went out and I struggled. I had financial devastation, and I'm smart. And I had all the tools in the world, and nothing was working. Even my relationships were falling apart. So at one point, I realized that I had to ask better questions. I had to look in a different direction. Maybe it wasn't out there. Maybe the answer was in here, in my inner game. Has anyone ever thought that before?
Yeah.
Right. So I began working and working. And then almost magically and mysteriously, things started getting better. I started working on pivoting. I started working on retelling a more empowering story. I started working on the law of energy, or the law of attraction. And all of a sudden, well, little did I know that the biggest and most important degree that I would ever get in my life would not be from one of those amazing institutions, but it would be from the school of what some people call
Hard knocks.
Hard knocks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And the most important degree that I would get would be in this, what I call inner technology. I had the ultimate test of this, ironically enough, not even in my business. On February 19th, my youngest child graduated from Yale and went down to South America. She was the biggest and the brightest. I get a call on February 19, 2016. you need to come to Columbia. I'm dreadfully sorry. This is Dana, Skylar's friend. Skylar has been crushed by a boulder, and her head has been split open. And the doctors don't know if they can keep her alive long enough for you to come and get the body. Has anyone had a situation where you almost lost yourself or lost someone that you love? It's devastating, isn't it? It's a very disempowering feeling. So I won't kid you, I probably cried more tears than any human being should cry in one lifetime. But here's the difference. Because I'd started this training, and I'd started other training about the inner game, I said, wait a minute, it can't work in my business and not work every other place in my life. So I started playing the inner game, and I found the place of such knowing in the form of expectation that life had to conform to my vision, regardless of the textbook. Okay? Skylar survived. Things that were impossible became our reality. We became the miracle family. So let me assure you, when you walk out of this room, there will be obstacles. You might even encounter monsters, or even literally a boulder. But nowhere is it written that we are defined by the terrible, damaging things that happen to us. We are mightier and we are bolder than those things that would try to leave us permanently scarred. I wear my scars like a crown of gems. My scars cry out that I was bigger and tougher than the frickin' boulders that would try to take me down. Can anyone else relate? Yes or yes?